Well, this is always the greatest time for me. Tuesdays from 1 to 3 o'clock. I look forward to this all week. It is a lot of work, but I don't really do all the work. My producer does a lot of it, Nick, and then of course my director, Janelle, she does all the talent and all the media and all the stuff. And of course, this is Vegas Live with Nina, and I'm Nina, your host. And I have Chucky Currie with me. Now, what does Chucky Currie do? Oh, you can all martial arts. There you go. And as you know, I don't pre-interview my guests ever because I like it spontaneous. I like to have it more of a coffee table sort of conversation. And you were sort of doing all this stuff, and I thought, hang on a second, do you do martial arts?
The art of fighting without fighting.
Fighting without fighting. What a beautiful way to put that. God, if only the rest of America would do that.
Yes. There's always a way out.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes.
Without fighting.
Right, without fighting.
Now, also you said you were the fastest foot in the world.
Actually, I was noted the fastest kicker in the USA back in 1983.
1983, the
Yes.
fastest kicker. And what do you mean by kicking? Would that be kicking to trip someone up and get them to the floor?
That would be kicking somebody in the head. If they mess with you, kick them first. But you know, I'm a world champion martial artist in forms, fighting, and weapons. And Chuck Norris named me the new Bruce Lee, but I'm the first Chucky Currie, and Bruce Lee is my soul brother.
Norris, he took your ideas and took all your stuff?
No, Chuck is my friend. I did my thing.
Friend?
I was the first to ever do martial arts with music, and that became a big thing. That's probably what I hooked up with
now,
the most.
Is martial arts still, it seems to me that it's getting bigger again. It seems like it's coming back out again. People are wanting this tranquility of martial arts. Is it more tranquil?
Well, martial arts is a ever-evolving situation because now they have MMA, which has really blown up.
Yes.
And my little input was putting the martial arts with the music. So, you know, pop artists like Prince, Michael Jackson, and stuff like that, you know, putting it with the beat.
Well, that's like dancing.
Right, martial arts dance. As a matter of
martial
fact.
arts dance.
We have a movie, as a matter of fact, Black Belt Dancer, that we're working on.
Black belt dancing sounds wonderful.
Excellent.
I think I just saw a little clip of a movie. What was that?
Well, we have a film called Enter the Tiger.
Enter the Tiger.
Enter the Tiger, and Tiger with the Dragon Spirit, which also co-stars my brother Reggie Twyn Currie.
Really?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm here in town for the Action on Film Festival, which my movie's won its way into.
Has it won its way into it? And when it comes to Vegas, where does it go from here? Do people pick it up, or what happens?
Actually, it's on VMO, and it's been nationalized, and it's just picking up a lot of good popularity. Chuck Norris, Jackie Chan, all of those guys have seen it, and it's been on YouTube, and so it's just keeping it with the momentum is just rolling, you know.
And also, Chuck, what you do, you're also a producer.
Yes, I produce Enter the Tiger and Tiger with the Dragon Spirit and Chucky Doe's Self-Defense, and I'm here to get that more rolling and you know, hook up a lot of good things.
Now, why are you coming to Vegas? Is it because you had they have this big film festival here now, and now they're having more film festivals? Do you see more things happening in Vegas in the film industry?
Yes, because Las Vegas has a lot of beautiful sights and lights.
I often wonder why they never came before. They're building sets of what they already have here.
Yeah, it's the best. As a matter of fact, when I was I lived in Vegas before, and then I really liked it, but my sister got a little sick, so I had to move out of town. So I ended up actually moving down to San Diego, which I thought was pretty beautiful too.
Yeah, San Diego's lovely.
Yeah, so we filmed Enter the Tiger there, but then my little brother Reggie lives here, so I was like, you know what, let me go back down there and feel the energy.
Yes.
So once I got here, man, just, you know, it was a long trip, but it was worth it. You know, like they say, no struggle, no success.
Funny you just talk about energy, because Vegas is full of a tremendous amount of competition. I mean, you've got everybody in the entertainment business coming here trying to get to where either they're there, or they're trying to get there, or they're just starting, and so you're coming into an arena, but you're already sort of there. So you are kind of one of, I don't want to say one of the teachers, because you're one of the most successful people here. You're going to have a lot of people coming after you to get your knowledge and to understand, you know, what you do. How did you get there?
Well, you know, I started training martial arts when I was 6 years old. I got my first black belt at 10. I won my first world championship at 16. I started doing movies. I ended up working in Rush Hour 2 and Ocean's 11 and The Hulk and Twisted. I was Jackie Chan's special guest. But on the set of Ocean's 11, I ran into Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt was telling me, hey man, you got to get into the union. So I went back and I focused, and the whole thing is about focus as well. So I focused.
Definitely focus.
You know?
Focus is an incredible thing. Once you focus on that one thing, everything else comes in.
You got to believe it to achieve.
So what did you do? Did you focus on martial arts or did you focus on filming or both?
You know, it was martial arts all in the beginning, but then I was always visual, so I always liked filming, and
Yes.
I always liked movies.
Yes.
And so it's like
you like
what you like
acting.
the most. Yeah,
Do
well,
it.
You know,
Do it.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, if you do what you like, it comes naturally.
Excellent.
And it's much, much easier to do because it's automatic.
Right.
You don't have to practice. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah. Well, with martial arts, I
That's
trained
different.
really, really hard. I was always in training. I never missed practice. I won my first world championship at 16. I met Bruce Lee's wife and his daughter and his son. As a matter of fact, as a little kid, I got to meet Bruce, but I was only probably 12. So, you know, I knew that martial arts was my thing, and you got to work hard towards your goals.
So there's not a special age or time that you know what you want to do. You could know what you want to do at 5 years old.
You know, it's a little picture of me when I was about 5, and I'm sitting there with a little meditation thing, so I think it's built in.
So you knew what you were just able to bring it out.
Yes.
And did your family give you the encouragement then?
Yeah, my grandfather put me into martial arts, and my dad was a professional baseball player, and there's a lot of sports and activities in our family, and so I always felt the drive to, you know, do your thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, did you always have the drive to be better, and to continuously to be better?
Oh, yeah.
Not than everybody else, because that's kind of, you know, but just to be better within yourself.
Yeah,
the challenge.
Yeah, it's almost like, for instance, like when I'm almost like a perfectionist. You know, I come into my house and everything has to be right for me. It's not so much about what everybody else wants to do.
No,
You want to make for
this is your house.
If you're comfortable with it, then that's your thing.
Yes.
And that's what you need to stick to.
And I think that's with anything, because, and I always like you challenge that one thing. When you challenge that one thing, all the other little things come in, because there's always other things you want to do, like you like producing. But martial arts is your true 100% thing, and that's brought you actually to where you are now.
Yes, what trips me out is like I look back in the days when I was on the circuit and getting standing ovations and the crowd going all crazy, and I just know entertainment is Chucky dough. Let's do that.
There you are. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
So what have you got coming up apart from this movie that everybody is perceiving very well?
Excellent. Well, my next thing is to make a full feature film, so that's my goal, and that's what I'm going to do.
All right, now I can ask him a real good question. Am I going to get cast in it?
Yeah,
Can
what
I
you
do
want to
something?
do? Yeah. Hey, Reggie, let's get the girl on the screen. We got a little role for her.
Gonna
Hey,
find a role
producer,
for me.
we making things happen. It's
a role.
a wrap. We're going to do
Now,
that.
you're moving back to Vegas, right?
Yes, I am.
Are you
That's
moving
my
now,
goal.
or when is it?
I think it's going to be about 2 months. I'm going to wait on the Lord's perfect timing.
Oh, the Lord's perfect time. Now, talking about the Lord, I said, do you meditate? And you said, yes, I meditate before I go to bed, and I meditate when I get up.
Right.
And do you do that every day?
Every day is a part of going to sleep, and it's a part of waking up.
So do you find that kind of creates the tranquility which you're supposed to have when you do go to sleep? Because when you go to bed, it's supposed to be a very tranquil place, a very at ease place, and so you meditate before, that puts you into a great sleep.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, sleeping is really hard for me because I have so much on my mind. And then, as a matter of fact, in my movie, you'll see it's like it's a dream come true. So it's like you get all of these visuals and all of these ideas, and it's just on and on and on and on. Like my friend Prince used to say, he said, I dream music. Well, I dream martial arts.
You dream martial arts.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a little pad next to your bed with a pencil so you can wake up and you write things down?
I got my laptop in the kitchen now.
There you go, because you know you wake up the next morning and forget everything you thought of during the night.
All right.
So,
but see, it don't seem like sometimes I sleep. It's like I'm up every 2 hours, and so when I'm up, I go and I create something.
Create something because
Right.
your thoughts are really, really churning.
Yes.
And now, when you meditate in the morning, is that to get you in focus for the day?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that my things are like lined up with what God wants me to do. Now, when I was younger, I probably just ran wild. It didn't matter. But as I got older, then I started focusing on,
Okay.
what do you want me to do? Where should I be? Help me be at the right place at the right time.
You know, I forgot, but if there's anybody out there that has anything, they have any questions for our show, Vegas Live with Ninon, please tune in because I'll answer the question on set. I'll interrupt whoever's my guest. I will answer your question, or maybe I'll get my guest to answer the question. So anybody out there that would like to ask a question or do anything, or if I'm doing something right, I may be wrong, but we don't do things wrong. Anyway, you're amazing. So where can we reach you, and where can people find you? I'm sure they can find you easily because you're very well known.
Well, Charles Edwin Currie is the name that's open to the public as far as communicating with me. I really suggest positivity. If you got something negative to say, go your own way. Okay. But But that's what I'm talking about. So I also have a website, which is chuckycurrie.com, and just look for me on the big screen because I got a couple of things I got planned.
And if anybody out there is in martial arts, and I know a lot of you are, follow his footsteps, follow his print, follow where he's going and what he's done, because Chucky has been successful, and you always try to follow somebody that's been successful. One more question.
Question from the audience.
What's the question from the audience?
The question from the audience is, if you've won any tournaments and how many have you won?
Okay.
Oh my God. I started winning tournaments when I was 14, and I had to have won over 500 altogether because I won. I'm a world champion in forms, fighting, and weapons, and I had over 300 trophies that I almost had to throw away because I had no place to keep them. So I kind of lost count of trophies. But I've had many, 6 foot, 7 foot. As a matter of fact, I was one of the first ones to ever make money on the tournament circuit, you know, with martial arts performances.
And how old were you when you started making money? Quite young.
Actually, the first time I made money was I was about 11 years old. We did a camp thing. I performed to Kung Fu fighting, and we won silver dollars. And after that, I won I think I was like about 14. They gave me a couple of $100 for a performance.
Oh, how wonderful.
After that, we just had to roll with the dollars.
That's absolutely amazing. Well, you've been amazing, Chucky.
Thank you. You have too.
What you do is a creation for our younger generation to know that they can start. Don't be afraid of what you want to do, whether it's martial arts or whether it's boxing. It doesn't matter what it is. Just go out there and do it. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon. Take care. Welcome back to Vegas Live. I'm Ninon, your host, and of course we're down here at the Peppermill. This is one of the oldest restaurants, which absolutely everybody still comes here. They still know about it. It's still got the bright lights, and of course we've got the red sofa here. And this is where actually Elvis Presley used to sit here. You might be sitting where Elvis Presley sat. And this is where he would have all his crew and everything. So this is absolutely amazing, and I have to thank the staff and everybody down here because they are amazing and they take very good care of us. Now I have Reggie Currie with me, which is your Chuck's brother. And you two are actually, they're both in the film business, and you want to talk about the film and what's going on and what's happening, but I just need one more question first on my side. I love what you're wearing. Why are you wearing, this is like an Asian outfit, and I just love it, and it was so good on you.
Oh, thank
Why?
you. Well, it's a Bruce Lee thing. You can't understand it.
It's comfortable though.
Okay,
Yes.
It's comfortable.
Very, very.
You wear it well.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I didn't get mine.
Yeah,
I'm
where's
waiting,
yours?
I'm
Have
waiting
you
for
got-
mine. But
is this
he's the
something
martial
new?
artist.
Is this
so-
something new? Or?
You know, my little brother Reggie had the baddest white Kung Fu like suit, and ever since then, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be dressing in style just like you.
It makes the kicks faster, you know.
Yeah.
The kicks go fast. Well, he's the fastest kicker.
It's a distraction. You're looking at the clothes and you get caught in the kick.
As long as I don't get caught on the kick, I'll go flying to the moon. Anyway, so being the younger brother, I'm kind of in the middle of my family. I got two older and I got two younger. I kind of got caught up with these two and these two. So how did it, you're the younger brother,
Look,
how's it been? Because he was very
He's
successful.
actually got we have 6 boys, or had 6 boys in our family.
What do you mean you had?
My oldest brother passed away.
Unfortunately,
And
sorry to hear
another
that.
brother, Kevin Currie, if you're watching this, man, you need to let us know where you at. But
Oh,
our
Kevin
brother-
Currie, where are you? Yee, come
been-
on in.
Hurry up and call.
We got time for you now.
Come on, bruh.
Come on, brother.
He's been missing for 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
He's on the missing list.
Yeah.
We might not be on the missing list much longer.
Yeah, we gotta find you, man.
I might guess. I know somebody in my group that might be able to find him. So
That's what's
you
up.
never know what can happen.
Kevin Darrell Currie, they call him Quick Draw because he's an
Quick
artist.
draw.
He's an artist.
He's an artist. So now, so are you the youngest?
I'm the youngest boy.
The youngest boy.
Yeah.
So how has it been with all of them? You know, in their various places. How's it been for you?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I know that it helped me be confident.
Yes.
And even though I'm the
I was
youngest,
going to say, but everybody catered to you because you were the youngest.
I don't know about catered. I got my teeth kicked out. I got beat up.
You're supposed to have.
So I don't know if they catered quite to me, but they took care of me.
They all
look
took care of
after
it.
me. Yeah.
I'm just going to interrupt one more time. If anybody has any questions out there for either one of my guests, please call in and they'll answer them, or I'll answer them, or whatever the question is. So don't forget, call in.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. So what about producing this movie? Because you wanted to talk about, producing this movie, and you've done movies for quite a long time.
Yeah, so that's really why I came. I wanted to make sure he focused on that because we're here. He's back in Las Vegas because
Yes.
they're doing the Action Honors Awards.
Yeah, they are. They're doing.
And they're going to show the film. And he's always had these visions of these films. Matter of fact, I heard him talking earlier about the camp trip where he put a skit together.
Yes.
And in the skit, you know, everybody did their part. It was acting in that.
And there was, you actually put
I
a
think
play
I was-
together.
Yeah, I think I was 6 years
I was
old
going to
when
say,
he
but
did
that was
that.
probably actually a play you put
Right,
together,
right,
actually, because if you've got everybody doing something and you're on stage, which was probably on the grass or camping,
No,
whatever.
Yeah, they actually had a
You actually
stage
made a
there.
stage.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a
They had a
stage.
farm building. It's like a farm.
Funny how your
with a
brother
stage
seems to
in
be able to know what he's doing and at a young age. And
He was the
He
man.
just did it.
Yeah.
It's just, but you let your vision out there. Have you let your vision out?
Oh, yeah.
Are you
So-
able to do what you want to do?
Definitely. So he used to always put music to his martial arts, and the music he used was always the top music. So Prince, Michael Jackson, all the music when they first came out. It wasn't like years after.
No,
It was when it
you
first came
evolved
out.
it in everything you
He
did.
would have a kata or form to it, and so I was a dancer. So I would always dance to the music, and then when I got old enough, I would be bringing the music to him because I became a DJ, right?
Oh, you became a DJ.
So I knew all the songs to play.
And that's when
all
he was
that.
doing the karate things to
Exactly.
music, you know, and I said
Exactly.
that's just
Yeah.
like dancing, but can you, I mean,
Exactly.
that must be awesome.
And that's what I think he's always seen himself putting that in his movies. So this movie, Enter the Tiger, is about that. It's the scene that we have. It starts out with me dancing.
Yes.
And so I don't want to ruin it for you, but you need to check it out.
Okay, we have a question. I don't know what is the question, Nick?
What is where's y'all's hometown?
Oh, your hometown. Where do you all come from?
Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago. What part of Chicago?
South Side,
South Side.
3833 South Langley. I know he's been all over Chicago, but that's where I was born.
That's where you were born. So what difference is it from there and now?
Ooh, Lord.
I hate to ask this question because all I read about in Chicago is how many people have shot each other.
They call it Chirac.
Yeah. So,
But you know, actually, it's some beautiful parts too, because we lived in Chinatown, and we did have some family that lived in Hyde Park and some, you know, suburbs. So we weren't always stuck in the battlefield.
I got a best friend in Chicago, and they own Hawthorne Racetrack, and that's not in the greatest part of Chicago.
you can
but-
survive Chicago,
Yeah.
but it's difficult. And I'm thankful to God that we made it out of Chicago. I can go back and visit all the time.
Yes,
So
but I
we
think
say
what
we
I'm going to
from
say,
Chicago.
what I'm going to say about Chicago, just hold it. You have the most beautiful city in the world. Truly, you have a beautiful city. Try to keep it together. Hold back those guns, okay?
Man.
Let's not shoot them. Let's just put them under the pillow, or let's just get rid of them.
Can't we all just get along?
Now, who said that?
Yep.
Who said that?
I like it for Richard Pryor. I was Richard Pryor's bodyguard, and working with Richard Pryor just for
Okay.
a little bit of time showed me a whole bunch of things about working as a team. You know, you don't got to fight to be right.
So we'll get the next question, Chicago. So do you miss it?
I miss it because my dad is still there,
Aw.
and we go back and visit and stuff
Good.
like that. And honestly, not to throw any jokes or anything, I started a nonprofit called Active Youth Against Obesity, and what we do is we go out and we teach kids how to be active and healthy.
Yes.
So I've always dreamed to go back to Chicago and kind of help the schools and the neighborhoods.
That's
it's
wonderful.
just hard
That's
to get back
wonderful.
in there,
Yeah.
you know, being like an outsider now.
Well, you're not an outsider. You can never be an outsider from your hometown.
Yeah, you should see it.
Can never. Well, I don't know. But then you can go.
I hope he
back
goes
there
to the
and clean
right
it.
places.
Then you go back and clean it up.
Right, try to.
Try to one by one.
I think I'll send some
step by step.
videos. I ain't trying to go back. 'Cause the last time I went to visit, I had 2 pair of nunchuckles in my pants. Okay? Because you never know who's
never know
going to try
what's
to
gonna
attack.
happen.
You know,
You
you
never-
got to be ready at all times.
Now, are you still in karate? Are you still active?
Yes,
in
I
it?
do.
Still?
I do martial arts. My style is
Martial
called
arts.
Chucky though. I throw kicks and punches when I feel like it, because I feel like when the fight time comes, you need to be naturally respondent.
Yes.
You know, you can't like I tell people, it ain't gonna be no
gotta keep
mats. It
doing
ain't gonna
it,
be
yes.
no mirrors.
Practice makes
It's just gonna
perfect.
be some punches and some kicks and some sticks.
There you are. What about the
And
young?
some guns.
What would you like to say? Give a
Help
message
me.
to the younger generation out there that have the same ideas and how to sort of, you know.
Well, in a short way, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna let him go. But what I think the main thing kids ought to do is be focused and be positive and do your thing. Don't try to change everybody else because you don't get what they got. Get what you got together.
There you go.
So my thing is, I always say, stop being worried about blending in. You was born to stand out, and that's the truth.
Absolutely.
Each one of us have a different thing that we supposed to come and bring to the world. It's not about blending in with this
It's not
gang
about-
member. It's
no,
not about
blending
doing
in
what
with
they
that.
did.
No, it's about
Do
doing
you.
what you do.
That's right.
You know, and it's funny you should say that because none of us choose to be what we are to be born.
That's right.
We all come out however we come out, and that we have to deal with. So always remember that none of us choose any color, any religion's a different
right.
thing, because when you're 18 or 21, whatever the time is, you can choose your religion. But up until then, your mom and dad are the ones that do what you do. But you cannot choose how you are born. You cannot. I mean, it's like me being born a girl. Maybe I want to be a guy. Well, you can do that actually, but I was not. I was born a woman.
Right.
So you have to kind of cope with what you have, deal with it. And don't put it onto other people, you know. Don't blame other people for your failures.
Yeah.
Just
At all.
check yourself out first.
Yes.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Inventory. See, my mother though, she was a black belt.
Yeah.
And a black cord and a black fist too. And she even had a black foot. It's like, Pip, get yourself together.
She got them
Stay
in
in
order.
line.
I mean, can you imagine having 6 boys and keeping them all in order?
6 boys and 3 girls.
Oh, well, hang on a second. I didn't know that's really good.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the sisters in the
The
house.
sisters, well, the sisters are wonderful. I hope you're all watching. Have a fabulous time. Vegas Live with Nina. We shall be right back. The brothers, they're amazing.
Awesome. Curry boys.
Peace in.
The Curry Boys, there you go.
All right.